he was like, yo, I'm going to go to New York. It's cheaper if I buy a ticket to Boston and we can go together because you're my producer. And I'm like, yeah, I get to go be in the studio for the first time. Like, I'm like, that's a dream come true. Like, I'm like, I'll drive, but like, I don't have no money to cover everything. He's like, I'll pay for the gas and the food. Just come with me, make all my beats. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just like play your role and I'll play mine. And I'm like, all right, cool. Pull up. We're just like in New York. I think we met up like one of his friends. We weren't like doing any studio shit. And he's like steady asking me about this other guy, which I think is weird, but I'm like, why do you want to be this guy so bad? Because I know he's a piece of shit. So I'm like, why are you trying to like be like this guy? But I'm just letting him do it because whatever. And he gets a call. And so he gets a call. I don't know what's going on. He's just on the phone, whatever. He's like, damn, right now? Like right now? Send me the address. We're coming right now, whatever. And I'm driving. So I'm like, where are we going? You know what I'm saying? Just like, what just happened? What's the move? He's like, yo, Fetty Wap's at the studio, blah, blah, blah. They want me to pull up, yada, yada, yada. I'm like, yeah, get in the car. You know what I'm saying? Like, the fuck? Like, I've never been in a studio. I get to be with Fetty. And this is 2018. So this is like, Fetty Wap is still like, Trap Queen's kind of on the decline of Boom, but he's still that guy. Like, he's that guy. Like, he's still lit, but he's not peak like Drake Fetty Wap phase. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn. All these people think that it's lit. I got a song with this guy with 1 million views. Imagine when you see him with Fetty Wap. Like, it's lit. I pull up, and I remember, I didn't know where we were going, but this was Fetty Wap's lawyer's studio. And he had just started a production company, just opened the studio. This was the first rapper going to his studio. Just a bunch of just, like, things aligned that it's just like, what are the fucking chances? Like, I happened to go to New York when they're inviting Fetty Wap to the studio because they want to sign this other kid that I'm working with. And I'm just like, what the hell is this? But I'm like so flabbergasted, I'm just playing my role. I'm like, all right, let's go. We show up. The guy calls him. He's like, we're here. He's like, oh, I'm going to come out and get you. You got to pull around the back. And I see like a bag GTR with like this crazy wrap on it and like a M6 sitting on the ground. And I'm like, I didn't know Fetty Wap.
Fetty Wap's people.
Fetty Wap. And he gave his friend a drop top M6 to also drive so they wouldn't be in mediocre cars. Like, oh, damn, we're going to the studio, but you can't pull up in that Honda. Take this Beamer. I'm going to take this fucking supercar and let's just roll up. So I'm looking at this like, what? The supercars are at this building? Like, what the fuck? I'm like, Fetty Wap? Like, I love, bro. Like, what the hell? Like, I'm like, this is crazy. Like, I'm playing these cards right. Like, I know I'm here because I'm doing something
Everything's aligning for you. That's what you're saying.
Like,
it feels divine.
Yeah, like anything that feels right, I'm taking it. Anything that feels iffy, I'm like.
Okay, so let's talk about when you get into the studio. Do you see Fetty Wap? Do you meet him that day?
Well, this is before we even get there. This is right where the management thing kicks in, where you were like, all of that I was saying to lead up to the management question you asked, where you were like, how do you find your manager? This is where it ties in. The lawyer's right-hand man, who's the studio manager who invited us there, was looking at me because one of their clients is that guy that signed that $5 million deal, but I don't know that. He's from New Jersey. We're in New Jersey with the biggest lawyer in New Jersey. I don't know any of that though. So he's like, park your car here, hop in mine, I'll drive you around. We drive around. The first thing he does, he looks back and he daps me up before the other kid. The other kid's playing it like, yo, they want to come scout me out, I'm gonna bring you. So I'm like, oh, you know who I am? Lit. Like, nice to meet you. I appreciate that. What is your name? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's lock in. He's like, I'm Nilo, whatever. I'm the studio manager, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, damn, bro knows who I am. Like, what did I do that, like, is worthy of that? And then I'm just like, I'm feeling like this guy's fucking with me. Like, in a good way. Like, he's like we're clicking. And I'm like, what is it? What is this guy like, why does he know me? I never talked to him. Like, why is he fucking with me? We walk in the studio, and I was just like, I took note, like the same way when the other guy was being a dick, and I was like, something ain't right here. This guy was like, something is right here. Like, I don't even know who this guy is. I don't know he's like manages people and shit. I'm just like, this guy is fucking with me, and I like his energy, whatever. And we go in the studio. We're in the lounge. I can hear, like, if the studio was right there, like I can hear Fetty Wap like I know that voice, and I'm like, damn.
What was he singing? Trap Queen?
Fucking like yeah, baby, fucking like 1738. Like what else is he saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is Fetty Wap? We all know what he's saying. So I'm just hearing it, and I'm like, damn, that's crazy. Like I'm outside, I'm dead broke, but I'm so happy to just like be in the mix, and I'm like Fetty Wap out of all, like not just any rapper, Fetty Wap, and I'm like. I'm talking to the manager and I'm just picking his brain. I'm telling him everything I just told you. And he's like, just give me this look. Like, he's so intrigued and I don't know why. Because as far as I'm concerned, like, if I don't have a song with a rapper, I'm nothing. You know, like in my head. And I remember one guy walks in and he's like, oh, whatever, something about the bathroom. And I remember Fetty Wap walked past, he had a big ass chain on. If you go on my Instagram, I'm wearing like a red Champion crew neck. With Fetty Wap, and you could see the chain he had. It was like a brand new, I mean, the picture quality is trash. But you could just see it was like a big ass chain. My first time seeing a chain, I'm like, damn, like, that's a rapper that really does this shit. Like, I'm seeing it with my own eyes. So, like, the whole music idea of, like, being a producer is just day by day becoming so much more realistic and, like, not a dream and, like, not crazy. Like, not, like, I'm like, all I have to do is walk in that room and play a beat and I can change my whole life. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm just looking at it like, whatever. And then the guy I was talking to, Nilo, wasn't my manager at the time. As far as I'm concerned, he just runs his studio. Fetty Wap comes over. He's like, yo, can I get a picture with one of the kids? And he's like, yeah, for sure. And I'm not expecting the picture, you know, whatever. Like, I love one, but I'm not gonna, I don't know who, like, what, I'm so new to this whole scenario. I'm like, I'm not trying to fuck anything. I'm gonna sit back. If they ask for a picture, I'll take one, but I'm not gonna. And lawyer walks in, I meet him. Navarro's a great guy. He just got nominated this year by Billboard as like top 5 lawyers of the year, but I didn't know at the time who he was.
His name's Navarro, the lawyer.
Yeah, Navarro, big dog. Big dog.
Okay, I gotta look him up.
Yeah, but Navarro Gray. Shout out Gray Nose Studio, shout out Cloud Music, the whole 9 yards. I don't know if you know do you know who Taz Taylor is?
Nah.
You know the song Lemonade? No?
Yeah.
He did the Lemonade song,
Oh,
so like...
shit.
I'm not knowing all these like big dogs I'm hanging around with. But long story short, the lawyer comes in, takes a picture, and then Nilo grabs me. And I remember Navarro looking at me like, don't get this kid a picture of Fetty Wap. Who the fuck is this kid? You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you letting this kid take a picture of Fetty Wap? Like, Fetty Wap was one of his biggest clients. So he's like, yo, like, you know Fetty Wap doesn't like take pictures. What are you doing with this kid? And I was just like, nah, it's good. Trust me. And Nilo and Navarro were like this. So he's like, all right, probably doing it for a good reason. He's not doing it for no reason.
Exactly.
Wap's walking away. Nilo's like, yo, Wap, we get one more? He's like, yeah, whatever. Take the picture. He goes in that room. I go back in the lounge. He's in the studio. We're separated and we're just talking. And the manager's let me know, like, yo, he's just asking me all this shit. Like, how did you get here? Why are you here? Oh, I heard that song you did with Blank, the Skinny from the Nine dude, that had like maybe like 1 million views or something at the time. And I'm like, oh, you know about that? He's like, yeah, we did that deal. Or like something like that. Maybe it wasn't like they did the deal. They had some business with him though. And I'm like, oh, that makes sense why you knew me when I came here. Because you took note, this is the kid that produced that song. Because he was kind of like the lit dude in Jersey at the time.
That's the craziest thing though. Like, you never really know who's watching, bro.
Ever.
And that's what I tell people all the time. Like, bro, just keep working because you never know who's watching.
Yeah.
Bro, you inspire people that don't talk about it. You inspire people that don't repost you. They're just watching and they're just inspired.
I appreciate that because that's the shit I do it for. Like all it took for me was seeing someone do it to be like, damn, you could do this shit. And it's like, now, I mean, I still have so much more work to do, but just being able to be a person that people can look at and be like, damn, it's possible. Is like probably one of the best feelings. But
That's dope. Okay. And now Fetty Wap's one of your like close friends.
yeah, free Fetty Wap. But yeah, I was in like both times he got locked up. I was in like 2 days before, but man, yeah, for sure. That was one of those people where, kind of like I told you, like the other guy, the first guy I ever produced for, was in the position to do what Fetty Wap did for me. But I honestly couldn't even, only that man could tell you why. I couldn't tell you why, but he just felt like he was too good for me or something. And I could have sat there and been like, oh, you dick, fuck you, I'm the GOAT, I made you, blah, blah. I was like, all right, whatever. Back to the drawing board, and Fetty Wap just happened to be the one to like give me that chance that no one else would give me.